Covering news that matters. Fox 23 News at 5:30 starts right now.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 23 News at 5:30. I'm Shay Razi.
And I'm Rick Marinon. Tonight, we're seeing what it takes to care for dozens of girls rescued from sex trafficking and abuse.
Last week, we brought you the first in a series of reports on a team of Tulsans from First Baptist Church who took a mission trip to the Philippines. Tulsa's investigative reporter, Janna went with them again this year to help those girls.
As Janna shows us, 47 girls live at the home without their parents and instead with caregivers.
For their protection, we blurred the girls' faces. Here's Janna's story with the caregiver.
The team from Tulsa worked alongside the people, mostly women, who work at the girls' home. I saw how hard they work, and I wanted to talk to one of the women about what it's like to help girls deal with their trauma and how every day the workers manage all those girls. Precious counts all these bottles of vitamins. As the full-time nurse, she gives these and any medications needed to the girls who live in this home in the Philippines. Anytime they get sick, you're there.
Yes, that's right.
Anytime they get hurt, it's you. The first day I was there, I actually rolled my ankle, and Precious came to help me. I got hurt, and you took care of me. And you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
She held the ice on the swelling in a way I'd never seen before. She put some pressure and moved it again and again every few seconds. I've had that injury several times. And usually I'm down for a couple of weeks, and I'm good.
Well, that's great.
No, I'm serious. You were incredible.
Oh, thank you.
No, really. And you took your time, and you just sat there with me for a long time.
That's the usual time that I also sit down with the kids whenever they have the same injury. You know, we just talk it out.
It was during that time when she and I talked, I realized I needed to interview Precious because of what she means for this home and to these girls.
This is all for the Lord.
Precious grew up near the girls' home. Her mom worked with missionaries, and that's how Precious learned English.
I usually play with the missionary kids.
Wow. In 2014, about the same time the girls' home opened, Precious started volunteering here. Then a year later, she took the nursing job. She's been helping girls here for more than a decade.
I never imagined I'm going to be staying here for a long time, but I believe that God has put it in my heart to be here with the girls.
Precious is one of 10 women who care for these girls. All the girls have been rescued from sex trafficking and abuse. When they first come in, do you see some of them really struggling?
They are really like loners. They really didn't want to be touched, or they really didn't want to speak. You know, so they mostly would just keep to themselves.
Precious says at first she usually does most of the talking to make the girls feel comfortable. She says the other girls are good about helping too because they understand how the new girls feel.
They're very sensitive when it comes to other new girls coming in.
Precious says it can take months to actually see signs of the girls' trauma. She said the younger ones tend to act out.
Full-blown crying and then kicking, you know, and then saying bad things.
She says the older ones tend to withdraw.
Starting to be reclusive. They don't want to talk, even with the friends that they've already made.
Is it hard sometimes?
It feels overwhelming, you know, because there's a lot of kids. There would be times where you would just ask yourself, or even ask God, why is this happening? I learned to adapt and really feel what the kids feel. It was God giving me that heart, you know, so without God, I won't be able to do this kind of job.
For many of the girls, their perpetrators are their own parents who sold them into trafficking or abused them in some way. The girls have ongoing court cases against their perpetrators.
The family that they got is just really, really awful. Probably the parents also grew up with that kind of family.
It's just cyclical.
Yes, that's right. It's a cycle. I do believe that the kids are brought here because the Lord wanted to end that cycle with them.
This girls' home is a faith-based program called the Butterfly Project.
In the Bible, God says to take care of kids who have been abandoned, right? So I believe this is His work.
The girls call all their caregivers mommies. They do everything for the girls, cook, do laundry, and even handle the girls' court cases.
We actually call them like the soldiers that we have because they're with the kids 24/7.
Precious often jumps in to do those jobs too. How do you keep going?
I am very thankful that I have the staff here who's very, very supportive. So whenever we have a hard time, we would be able to open up to each other. So we're already like family. I'm also thankful because the kids are sensitive to see and then to feel that one of us, the staff, would be feeling down or, we're just a little bit quiet today and not so funny. So they would come up to us and then hug us.
The girls notice when you're having a hard day.
Yes, they do. Even though we try to hide it,
Do they ever talk to you about what they've gone through?
Yes, a lot of them have. It's a really, really big deal. It's their way of telling you that I feel safe with you, so here is my deepest, darkest secret.
It must be hard for you to carry all that around.
Yes. It really is.
It's a lot.
I hope and I pray that no other kid would feel and experience this kind of life. I just really hope and pray that the Lord would give justice to these kids, that He would bless them wherever they go. And I just pray that although they are facing trauma, I hope that the cycle would end with these girls.
I have a lot of respect for those who work every day in the home to help the girls. If you want to help, you can donate to the Butterfly Project. You can find the link by going to fox23.com. Just look for this story. Covering news that matters, Janna Clark, Fox 23 News.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Janna Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email fox23investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Janna Clark on Facebook.